Cooking verbs.
Bake. Definition: to cook something with dry heat in an oven. Bake the cake for 30 minutes in a preheated oven. Grill. Definition: to cook food over fire or hot coals, usually on a flat metal frame. My father hasn't grilled the meat yet. Grate. Definition: to reduce to small particles, by rubbing on a grater. Grate the cheese into a mixing bowl. Slice. Definition: to cut something into thin and flat pieces. Slice up the onions and add them to the meat. Melt. Definition: to change a solid substance into a liquid. Melt the butter in a saucepan. Squeeze. Definition: to press something such as a liquid out of something. She squeezed a bit of lemon juice onto the fish. Whisk. Definition: to beat eggs, cream, etc. with a fork or a whisk. You should whisk 2 egg whites until stiff. Mash. Definition: to crush food until it's soft and smooth. Mash the fruit up, so that the baby can eat it. Dice. Definition: to cut food into small cubes. Dice the potatoes and put them in the pot. Chop. Definition: to cut something into smaller pieces. Chop onions and carrots into small pieces. Peel. Definition: to remove the skin of fruit and vegetables. I cut my finger peeling potatoes. Drain. Definition: to make the water or liquid in something flow away. Can you drain the pasta, please? Spread. Definition: to cover a surface with a thin layer of a soft food. She spread some strawberry jam on his toast. Mix. Definition: to combine or blend into one mass or mixture. Mix about 50 grams of flour with a pinch of salt. Fry. Definition: to cook food in hot oil or fat. Slice the mushrooms thinly and fry in butter. Scramble. Definition: to cook beaten eggs, by stirring them gently until firm. My sister prefers scrambled eggs to boiled eggs. Cut. Definition: to divide something using a knife, etc. Can you peel the apple and cut it in half? Add. Definition: to put something with another thing or group of things. Beat the eggs before you add the flour. Boil. Definition: to cook something in boiling water. She's boiling the potatoes to make potato salad. Roll out. Definition: to make food that you are preparing flat and thin, by pushing a rolling pin over it. Roll out the dough into one large circle. Knead. Definition: to press a mixture of flour and water many times with your hands. Knead the dough on a floured surface. Roast. Definition: to cook food in an oven or over a fire. Put the meat into the oven to roast. Weigh. Definition: to measure how heavy something is. She weighed some tomatoes on the scales. Break. Definition: to cause something separate into two or more pieces. Break the eggs into a shallow bowl, and beat them. Measure. Definition: to discover the size, amount, or degree of something. She measured the flour, baking powder, and sugar into the bowl. Blend. Definition: to mix different foods or other substances together. Blend the eggs with a tablespoon of milk. Microwave. Definition: to cook something in a microwave. I'm going to microwave a bowl of soup for lunch. Sprinkle. Definition: to scatter small drops of liquid or small pieces of something. Grate the cheese and sprinkle it over the tomatoes. Carve. Definition: to cut cooked meat into slices for eating. Can you carve me a slice of beef, please? Stir. Definition: to mix a liquid or other substance, by moving an object such as a spoon. Stir the sauce until it begins to boil. I need a teaspoon to stir my tea. Sift. Definition: to put flour, sugar through a sieve, or similar container to remove large pieces. Sift the flour into a mixing bowl. Sauté. Definition: to cook something quickly in a little hot oil or fat. You should sauté the onions until they're brown. Decorate. Definition: to make something look more attractive, by adding extra items. He decorated the cake with whipped cream and strawberries. Tenderize. Definition: to make meat easier to eat, by beating or slow cooking. Do you know how to tenderize the meat? Layer. Definition: to arrange something in a layer or layers. Layer the onions and potatoes in a dish. Rinse. Definition: to wash something quickly, especially without soap. She rinsed the vegetables under a cold tap. Marinate. Definition: to soak meat or fish in a marinade, or to be left in a marinade. He marinated the beef in red wine vinegar for a few hours. Simmer. Definition: to cook slowly at a temperature just below boiling. Just leave the soup to simmer for a few minutes